Now, when you get these tests, it's really important that you don't just keep them under the lock and the key, because anybody can take them away. We want to make sure they're safe. We recommend a safe. I think it's safe to say that we don't want these tests getting on the streets, so abide by the rules to guarantee that the best employees are in your department.
You want to become a test security agreement signer, right? Well, did you know it can take a few thousand hours to create a test from start to finish? That's right. So we're just a tad overprotective about who handles our tests. By signing our TSA, you are agreeing to honor our terms and conditions. If you're unclear about these terms and conditions or feel you have an exception to our rules, do not sign. Instead, call the Assessment Services Department at 800-381-8378 to discuss your situation. Here at IPMA HR, we take test security very seriously. Our Test Security Agreement, TSA, is one of the security measures we take to ensure our tests stay secure and don't get into the wrong hands. Your agency is required to have a current TSA on file at IPMA HR in order to be able to order our testing materials. This is a copy of the TSA. As you can see, it's a lengthy document. The TSA is a legally binding contract between those handling the tests in your agencies and IPMA HR. The TSA assists in ensuring that no person gains special advantage by having improper access to test material. Security expectations for all of our testing materials and publications will be clearly marked within each of the documents you receive. Please read this information carefully to ensure that the materials do not get in the wrong hands. The TSA outlines two types of signers: principal signers and alternate signers. Principal signers are those individuals who are in charge of the alternate signers and, when all is said and done, are ultimately responsible for the employment decisions made and ensuring all terms and conditions of the TSA are followed. Alternate signers are those individuals who assist the principal signers in carrying out the day-to-day tasks involved in making employment decisions. The principal signer has the option of designating alternate signers who are employees that are entrusted to choose, receive, store, and/or administer tests. Alternate signers share full responsibility with the principal signer for carrying out the terms and conditions of the TSA. The principal signer should brief alternate signers on security measures to ensure they understand IPMA HR's security procedures. All TSA signers must read, sign, and be given a copy of this agreement for their records. We encourage all signers, principal and alternate, to view the How to Keep Tests Secure video on the IPMA HR website. A TSA signer should be responsible for administering the test. There are limited exceptions to this rule. Please call IPMA HR to request an accommodation if you feel this applies to your agency. If IPMA HR gives permission for someone other than a TSA signer to administer a test, that person should be briefed on the terms and conditions of the TSA and should view the How to Keep Tests Secure video on the IPMA HR website. Proctors can be assigned to assist the test administrator on test day. Proctors do not have to sign the TSA, but should be briefed on test security measures. The table on the screen contains some examples to give you a better idea of the distinction we are making between principal and alternate signers. We encourage you to only allow principal signers to receive shipments containing promotional test materials and the Public Safety Oral Interview Handbook, especially if they are being shipped to an operational department like a police or fire department. This ensures that the tests that will be taken by candidates within your organization get into the right hands. If this is not possible, tests will only be shipped to signers who are at the rank for which you are testing or above. The handbook will only be shipped to principal signers, since it contains questions for all ranks. If at all possible, we encourage you not to have your tests shipped directly to an operating department, like a police department or fire department. Instead, we encourage you to have the tests shipped directly to a TSA signer in a centralized human resources department, or a member of the Civil Service Board or Council. This avoids having your test order sit in a mailroom or at the front desk in an unsecure environment where candidates may have access. Although not a requirement, taking this action would certainly increase security because there would be more control over who receives the shipment. A new test security agreement should be submitted whenever the principal signer leaves the agency or the agency wants to designate additional alternate signers. If your agency has hired a consultant to assist with your test process, the test order must go through your agency, and the consultant should be designated as an alternate signer on your TSA. We do not allow consultants who develop, publish, or market employment tests to obtain or use IPMA HR's test materials. Please call for assistance if your agency does not fit into one of the agency types listed in the chart on the screen, or if you have a special circumstance. We can assist you in completing the TSA correctly so you meet all of its terms and conditions.
Thanks for listening. We know you have a choice when selecting a test publisher, and we really appreciate you taking your time to take a look at our products. For more information, you can call our toll-free number or visit our website. Thanks.